Hello, people of the internet, and welcome back to yet another FNAF merchandise review and unboxing video. As you can see, today we're checking out Funko's entire Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Ruin Wave, which includes pop figures, and even 2 plushies. A couple days ago, we took a look at the 10th anniversary wave from Funko, which included new pop figures, a brand new wave of mystery minis, as well as a golden Freddy statue. And in that video, I mentioned that the Ruin Wave released around the same time as that anniversary wave. It was actually back in July of 2023, the literal release month for Ruin, that we got the news that in 2024, Funko would release a Ruin Wave. And then in November of 2023, we finally got the characters revealed for that wave, and a lot of people were pretty underwhelmed, because as you can see here, they only picked 3 characters from the free DLC to include in the wave: Chica, Eclipse, and Roxy. And nothing against these characters, you know, Eclipse is one of the most beloved FNAF characters, I'd say, of all time. And then you got the 2 girly pops here, both of them also with pretty strong fan bases backing them. But for a lot of people, it was pretty underwhelming not to see characters like Glamrock Freddy, brand new characters like Mimic and Mexis get some love. So even though this wave is extremely limited with characters, today we're gonna find out just how well Funko did with the characters that they did pick for the wave. And already, I'll tell you right now, I think this might be one of Funko's best FNAF waves. And since we ended with the pop figures in the last video, let's start off with the pops for today. Like I said, we got Ruin Chica, Eclipse, and Ruin Roxy here, so going in number order, let's start off with Chica. And already, I will say, I'm a pretty big fan of the box design this time around. If you watch my review of the U2's figures, you'll know that I love when they put extra care and detail into the boxes. So to see the big Ruin logo, as well as the purple glitchy background behind the characters, that is incredible to see. I am noticing that Chica comes included with a base, so make sure you don't forget that when you unbox your pop figures. A stand is usually included for figures that are just a bit too skinny for the big Funko Pop head, so that when you put her down on a table, she can stand up. So this is the ruined Chica pop figure, and immediately what caught my attention the most is the endoskeleton head up here. They have done just an incredible job with the mold and the sculpt for this pop figure. I mean, it looks fantastic. Being able to see the details of the endo head inside of the cracked mask is just so cool. Let's get a good view of that endoskeleton mold. Oh my gosh, it looks so good, man. Of course, you've got the drippy cheese right there. You got a whole bunch of other cracks on her body. She's missing an arm over here. She's missing a foot down there. And oh my gosh, I just cannot get over the detail. Let's flip her around. The detail on this figure. You can even see the trash bag that's like stuck in her body. Oh my gosh, Funko. What an absolutely insane figure. You've got a bit of like staining going on here because of the drippy cheese. It is cheese, right? It's not like melted plastic. Pretty sure that was a common misconception when the game first released. A big crack in the back of the mask, something that you would never see if you never took the figure out of the box. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting a lot of up-close shots of the characters as detail because it is just oh, there's a fly. There's a little fruit fly flying. I guess that makes sense because she's so dirty and nasty. She would have flies flying around her. But yeah, just some really good shots of the detail here because it is absolutely insane. And then next up, we have Ruined Eclipse. The box design is going to be the exact same for all of the characters, so I'm going to skip over that. Looks like Eclipse also comes with a stand, so make sure to check the bottom of your boxes to make sure your figures can stand up straight. Boo! Jump scare! Oh my gosh, once again, Funko, you have cooked with the detailing here. Being able to see all of the individual teeth, even like the individual bolts on his endo, that is so cool to see. You've got a bunch of big cracks going over the mask. Let's take a look at the back of the head. We can see a big old circuit board back there. You've got the Sleepy Time honk shoe hat up there because, of course, Eclipse is a mix between the sun as well as the moon portion of the daycare attendant. You got the net back there stuck in their leg. You've got the mix between the clothing for the sun and the moon. His little bell cuffs, I guess, have been ripped off, it seems. He's got a big old boot down there. But really, the detail on his face is what I want to take a look at. I guess the only thing that throws me off with this figure is how thick bro is in the head. I understand that's because Funko Pops just naturally have such a big head, but it's kind of weird to see it on a character like the daycare attendant, who typically has a very flat face. You got all the cracks in the mask here. This is the moon portion that's been ripped off, so you can see the endo head underneath. And again, like all the dirt on the body, all the detailing on the body, as well as the head, of course, with all the cracks. It is so cool to see. The circuit board back here is kind of plain, but I guess if you're displaying this guy, you're not going to be able to see that circuit board anyway. A really menacing pose as well for the daycare attendant. I still just can't get over the detailing that these figures have. Absolutely insane. I was right about to move on to Roxanne, but then I remembered we also have a Sun and Moon Funko Pop figure. This one also comes with a base. It did not release in this wave. It was exclusive to Hot Topic, but we got this guy before the release of the Ruin Wave, and I don't think I've talked about them, so I might as well do a comparison between the two figures right now. My light is kind of blinding the Sun portion, which I guess is kind of fitting for the Sun, but as you can see, this is the clean version of the Sun and Moon, the daycare attendant, right? Before they go all evil and turn into the terrifying and menacing Eclipse. It's really cool to see that they have opposite poses, right? Sun and Moon is leaning to the left, Eclipse is leaning to the right. So it's really cool to see a comparison between the two versions of the daycare attendant here. And hopefully at some point we can see some other security breach figures get pop figures, because if you remember, we actually got a mini Glamrock Freddy pop figure as well as a whole bunch of art of other security breach characters as Funko Pops from a card game that Funko released. You can see Monty up there, Vanny's there as well. There's that focus. Monty, Vanny, separate versions of Sun and Moon, Glamrock Chica's down there. So hopefully at some point, you know, maybe if these figures sell well enough, Funko can act on those art and make physical figures for those characters. But now let's move on to the final Funko Pop for this Ruin Wave, and that is going to be Ruined Roxanne Wolf, who looks very intimidating here. Like the other figures, Roxanne also comes with a base included. Now what's really fun about this Ruin Wave is that we've also gotten figures from U2s based on these characters. So actually, I would love to know, which company do you think did these figures better? Funko with the Funko Pops or U2s with their figures? But this is Roxanne Wolf. As you can see, of course, she's missing her eyes. In fact, she's got a brand new mask on. This is, of course, the mask that we give her in Help Wanted 2 in the salon. This is the mask that she wears in the Ruin DLC. You can see all of her hair has been ripped out. With only a few strands remaining, she's also missing her tail, a large portion of her body as well, right? Her arm, her main chest area, her ears are gone as well. I mean, Roxy, oof. She's not looking too good. Though, of course, what is looking good is all of the incredible detailing on this figure with all of the parts that she's missing, all the cracks in her mask. Not nearly as many cracks as Eclipse or Chica, but I'd say Roxy here still looks absolutely fantastic. All right, next up, I want to take a look at these plushies because I am extremely disappointed. As you can see, for this Ruin Wave, we got two plushies. Both of them are of the Eclipse. This one is the Sun Eclipse, and this one is the Eclipse Moon. And I'm gonna be honest here, that's stupid. This is stupid. I mean, they look fine as plushies, but like, why did we need two of the same freaking character? This is stupid. Even with Funko's extremely limited selection of characters, did we really need two of the same character? You couldn't have done Chica or Roxanne. Let's take a look at Moon because I like their color scheme a bit better than the Sun, just because a brown hat? Why did you even keep the hat? You're that lazy, Funko? The detailing on them is fine, I suppose. They come with these, like, hangers on their head, which is just really annoying. I get it's to have them hanging on the store shelves, but, you know, if you want to take them off, you gotta, like, there's gonna be a hole in their head. I don't know. It's another stupid thing about these plushies. But yeah, the detailing is fine. You know, it's all there. You got the ripped leg, you got all the rips in the suit, you got their, like, little tutu thing going on down here. You got the hole for the string. And I also like the tag. The tag's cool. Again, all of the branding for this wave is, you know, really aesthetically pleasing, and the detailing on these guys, they're fine. You know, if you like Eclipse, you're gonna love these plushies. I'm just annoyed we got two plushies of the same character, especially when we've had so many daycare attendant plushies from Funko already. I personally have the Jumbo Sun and Moon, then there's like a medium-sized Eclipse, like fixed Eclipse, which looks pretty good. But then you also have smaller versions of the Sun and a small version of the Moon, and then you've got these two, so that brings the total up to like, what, 7? Am I counting? Are there 7 daycare attendant plushies and not one plushie of other Ruin characters? Funko, they're fan favorites, I get it, but relax. Anyways, those are the plushies. Now let's move on to something that's going to make me a bit happier, and that is the action figures for the Ruin characters, and actually, the final action figures from Funko we might ever see. Because I'm sure you all know by now, but Jazzwares now holds the master license to action figures and plushies for FNAF, which means all of these action figure deals that Funko had, they now go to Jazzwares. So with this being the final action figure wave from Funko, just how well did they do? And I'm sure you can already see from them just being in their boxes right here, they knocked it out of the park. Wouldn't you believe it? This action figure wave consists of Chica, Roxanne, and Eclipse. And once again, I'm a really big fan of how they designed these boxes with the purple glitchy fade into black with the logo. This text I feel like could be a bit more interesting. They could have made it like neon lights like the Ruin logo, but I guess plain text is fine. And you know, still to this day, I'm not entirely sure the best way to unbox these. As you can see, I'm kind of just ripping it open. There's the background if you wanted to take a look at it. Oh god. Chica! Chica, you've lost an arm. Not that it really meant anything anyways, because, I mean, this was your arm. It's gotta be at least over a year since I've unboxed an action figure. I forgot just how cool they are to, like, pose around and stuff. Hey guys, it's me, Chica. And if I thought the detailing on the Funko Pop was good, oh my god, just wait until I unbox this action figure. Which I just did. I have the same compliments as the Pop figure. It is just so cool to see all the cracks in the head and then see a fully modeled endoskeleton head underneath all that. And then you, of course, have all of the cracks and cheese, I guess, melted plastic, whatever you want to call it, going around her body, all the way down to her feet. Sweet little Chica feets. And then poor Chica, she is missing an arm, and very thankful. Oh, that comes off pretty easily, Chica. You better be careful. As I was gonna say, very thankfully, Funko actually included her broken off arm, and they didn't just give her a bonus full arm, because that would not be accurate to her character. So just an absolutely fantastic figure, and it makes it so much better that you're able to pose them in any way, shape, or form you may want. Here, Chica's doing some jumping jacks, I suppose. Just a splendid figure. Honestly, it's really unfortunate that Funko decided to cook with their products once they lost their license. But hopefully, since they've lost the plushie and action figure license, maybe they're gonna start to lock in with their pop figures, something that it seems like they're already doing. Same thing with the mystery minis, it seems like they're finally locking in, and hopefully they can continue their other unique waves like Funko Snaps in the future. But now let's move on to Ruined Eclipse. Here's their box, and obviously it's gonna be the exact same as all the other boxes. Let's go right ahead and breach security and unbox Ruined Eclipse. Alright, here is Eclipse, perfectly normal Eclipse. Maybe they want to look down a little bit though. There we go. There's Eclipse. I honestly just love that you can do that with their head. Make them look right up. Big menacing red eye right there. Big menacing completely white eye right there as well. As always, very detailed in the face with the endo teeth, all the cracks in the mask. And then going down their body, I honestly love the little fading effect here with the coloring. Big crack taking out the side of them. Here's the back. And then moving on down to their legs, you can of course see the net that has been trapped inside their leg. And then they've got a big old boot down there with a bell. Unfortunately, does not jingle. But this guy looks absolutely peak, man. Like I said, it's been a while since I've unboxed an action figure. So I'm honestly just having a lot of fun just posing them. Oh, I broke his arm. I was trying to make him whip. There's honestly not much else to say with these guys besides, oh my gosh, Funko. Again, why did you decide to lock in when you lost the license? The detailing is insane. All the coloring, the sculpt, the mold, you know, it's all perfect. But now let's move on to the final action figure and final product for today's video. Ruined Roxanne. All right, let's get to stabbing. Just kidding. I really am trying to be as delicate as I can, but after all these years of unboxing figures, I'm still not entirely sure how to do it. I usually just like peel off these side plastic bits and then just get in there and then just rip off the back. Very destructive, but it kind of keeps the box intact. Come on, Roxy. There we go. Look at that. I was able to get her out without breaking off any of her limbs. No, what happened to my face? Give me back my eyes. This is a fantastic figure. Again, not really much else to say besides Funko. You're cooking. The detailing on all of the rips in the suit, as well as, more importantly to me, honestly, the detailing on the endo underneath, absolutely fantastic. He's got some very sharp claws right here, actually. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but very sharp claws. She's missing her foot down here. She's missing her tail back here as well. Honestly, I mean, just comparing these Roxy and I guess Chica figures as well to their original action figures for the initial launch of Security Breach, I can't help but feel that Funko took the criticism from that first wave not looking good, let's be honest, at all, and then they brought out this wave and blew everyone's expectations just out of the water. I didn't even notice that she's missing a finger on this hand. Wow, look at that. Funko's teaching me stuff about these characters I did not even know, so thank you, Funko. It's just so cool, man. All the hair back here ripped out, all the parts of her suit ripped off, and of course, the big old mask right there. So cool. I was kind of hoping that she would fall and break into a million little Roxanne pieces. But that's gonna do it for today's video reviewing Funko's kind of brand new Ruin Wave. I'd love to know which product is your favorite, the action figures, the pops, or I guess the plushies maybe. And also, which Ruin character is your favorite period? Hopefully, again, even though Funko can't do plushies or action figures, hopefully in the future, we can get some pop figures of those other Security Breach characters that they made artwork for, as well as other Ruin characters that couldn't make the cut this time, the Mimic, Mexus, maybe we could get Cassie. But that's gonna do it for today. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Goodbye.